All right, we had a great fishing trip. We caught plenty of redfish. Me and Christy, we caught our limit a couple days in a row. But a lot of people ask me, "What do you do with all this meat? What do you do with all this meat?" We give a lot of it away to our neighbors, and we do eat fish 1 or 2 times a week. I don't like freezing it. I like a fresh product. So what we're doing now is I'm going to show you another way to enjoy redfish instead of freezing it, how you can use it and make an excellent smoked redfish dip with it. This is phenomenal. It's going to blow your socks off. So stay. I love this smoker. It's that Pit Boss Pro. Just set the temperature to 200 degrees. Get this thing rolling. Shouldn't take long to get there. Ooh, you can already see that smoke coming up. We're gonna let this baby heat up. Now we're going to go prep our redfish. We've cleaned the meat real good, got all the little pin bones out. We even cut some of the bloodline out to make sure we don't like any gamey taste in here. So I've prepped them really well. What we're going to do now is try to pat these things dry. Anything you ever put on a smoker, you want it to be as dry as possible. I mean, this is going to be a delicious smoked dip that I enjoy whenever we have some leftover redfish. I love doing this. And just try to dry this meat as much as possible. What I like to do first is go ahead and season. Like I have some of this swamp shake right here. It's an excellent flavor for this. And I'm not trying to overpower it. I'm just going to coat one side of this just to give it a little extra flavor. All right, we got it all plated up. Come join me on the smoker. All right, we got this redfish ready to go on the smoker. It's patted dry and it's got a little bit of Creole or Cajun seasoning on it. We don't want to overpower it. That's what it looks like. We're currently at 195 on the smoker. I don't know if y'all can see that. Current temperature is 195. So we're going to go ahead and 194, 195. We're going to go ahead and add this. See a good little bit of smoke coming out. we got it added to the smoker. We're gonna let this go for a few hours until the internal temperature reaches about 175 degrees. Good thing this thing comes with a meat probe already attached to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the biggest, thickest piece of meat, and we're gonna run this meat probe in there. We want the internal temperature 165 will be done, but 175, it overcooks it a little bit. We don't want too much moisture in the meat. We want it to be dried out a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and run it, lock it up. And while this is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and prep everything else we're gonna need for this. So these are the ingredients you're gonna need for this smoked redfish dip. Some green onions, parsley, mayo, 2 small lemons or 1 large lemon, Philadelphia cream cheese, and some Lea & Perrin. And the most important ingredient actually is dill weed. We get this up from the Amish people. That's why we have it in bags like this. We buy it in bulk. But you can grow dill. Fresh dill is good to use. We love it. It adds a phenomenal flavor, almost a pickly flavor to this dip. So those are the ingredients, and we'll be back and show you how to put it together. Hiya! We're finally chopping this up because nobody wants a big hunk of green onion or a big hunk of parsley in their dip. So it'll be well incorporated in our mixture. You don't want to put too much green onion because you will overpower it and every bite will taste like onion. We're just going to add this right to this mixing bowl right now. Get all that goodness in there. Now it's best to let this cream cheese sit out a few hours to make it soft. I didn't do that. It's still a little bit hard. But while we're waiting on our redfish to cook, this ought to thaw out and get a lot softer so we could work with it. Now to this, we're going to add 2 big spoonfuls of mayo, maybe about a cup, equal parts, about equal parts cream cheese and equal parts mayo. And then you could really overpower it with this too. You don't want to put too much. Just Lea & Perrin, Worcestershire sauce. Basically about 3 jiggers of Worcestershire. You want to see something pretty. Man, that is delicious right there. Get a measuring cup. So says about a half a cup of lemon juice. We're not going to quite use all of this. We'll probably use 3/4 of it. Make sure you don't get any seeds in there. Crack a tooth. And in a very generous, I don't know if you could overpower it with this or not. This is dill weed. Very generous amount of dill. This is really flavorful stuff here. We'll just mix all this up. Then we are going to add some salt and some. I use pepper medley. I like this stuff a lot better than black pepper. It's just got a whole nother level of flavor with it. You can't go wrong. I don't think you could add too much of this either. All right, this is about mixed up. We'll let this chill for a little while. We're gonna go check our redfish. The internal temperature of the fish is now 110 degrees. We just cranked it up on high. That's really gonna let the smoke out of these. This is a cherry wood pellet in this grill, and it's really going to add a lot of good deep smoke flavor to this redfish. So after this beer, it should be ready, and we'll go ahead and mix everything up with the rest of the ingredients, and I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh, look at that smoke coming out of there. That's flavor right there. All right, we are at 134 internal temperature on the redfish, and we are almost at 500 degrees on this smoker. It won't be long before this is ready. All right, our fish is at 179 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this baby down and pull them out of here. Internal temp is 179 degrees on these. That's what they look like coming out that smoker right there. Get that meat probe out of there. Boy, it's smelling good. Smelling real good here. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. All right. Look at that. Love it. The smoke smell is just phenomenal on these fish. Ooh, they hot. We're gonna put them on this board and let them rest for a few more minutes before we incorporate them with our dip. All right. What we're gonna do now is make sure that the redfish has got a lot of pin bones on the inside here. So we're gonna make sure that we don't get any pin bones in our dip. So I'm kind of gonna pull that part off and then go through it a little finer later. But what you wanna do is just take a fork, kind of just like pulled pork. You wanna shred that fish up. Put that to the side. So right here, there's usually a bunch of pin bones. So we'll just go ahead and remove this right now and go through it a little finer after. But Some big hard pieces, it's okay. It's gonna go in the dip and it's gonna be nice. A nice little extra when you get a bite of that. And we're just shredding. We're only gonna do 4 of these. Maybe 5, maybe 5. All right, now that we got it all shredded up, what we're gonna do is just make a rough chop on this. Nothing fancy. Just kind of get the bigger chunks chopped up a little bit. Doesn't really matter. Just like, look at that. When you get that in your little dip, it's gonna be delicious. All right, let's incorporate this into our mixture. This melted real good. We put it back in the refrigerator. And all I'm gonna do, stir this in here. Sprinkle it around. Alright, we've got it all incorporated. And now all we're gonna do is mix it up. This was 5 redfish fillets, so a little more than I told you in the beginning, but it's gonna be phenomenal, and it's even better the next day. Like, it'll taste very good right now, but tomorrow that dill will all penetrate into that fish and the lemon and all of the other flavors we have in here. I mean, I find that this goes best with these crackers, but you could use any crackers you want, or some people even do it with celery. The healthy people, but I love a cracker. One of these Clubhouse crackers. I just need to sample it right now for y'all just to see, because my mouth is absolutely watering. Just put a little bit on there. And after it refrigerates, it'll get a little stiffer. Let's see. Y'all need to try this with your redfish. Instead of putting it on the grill, do something different. My mouth is just salivating right now. Absolutely delicious. Definitely try it.